Hi everyone, Arami Basachas here from Halina Movement. So I'm just doing a check-in to Halina Collective community and also in our Halina Movement Facebook page. So if you haven't joined yet our public community, which is Halina Collective, I'm going to put the link below and kindly join us inside. And what you're going to expect there is that you're going to get some access of our monthly blogs, exclusive updates about Halina Movement. So actually, we're going to open the third wave of subscriptions very soon, guys. We will be putting the updates inside, so it's actually good that you are inside the community because you will get the resources as well for you to get to know what's more inside Halina Movement. What are the teachings there? Okay, is it just the same doing spiritual teachings, diba? To give you an overview of what's really inside and why we are doing this, why there's Halina Movement, okay? And I've been doing some few like this, check-ins wherein I've talked about what is Halina Movement, and we also had this opportunity to get some get a platform wherein we have talked about Halina Movement in courtesy of Father Joseph Lagumbay. So we're also thankful for him to get that kind of opportunity wherein we can spread about what is Halina. But this is really more of sharing the information about what's really going on, what's really happening, and what we can do about it. Okay, that is not only going to help us in our own personal evolution, but also helping this earth, this world. I know it might sound a little bit like, it's just parang napaka ano naman yung ano natin, like talaga this is for worldwide. It's like what's up with humanity, like what's up with saving earth, what's up with saving humanity, human freedom, because we are actually in a very interesting but still yet dangerous times. Okay, and so with the third wave of Halina, this is also for like going with the transition as well. I really have to do a lot of changes. It's because we are also dealing with a lot of these things on my end, because we cannot do the same things as we have done before, even though the premise or the purpose of Halina is still the same, which is to raise the vibration, to raise the consciousness of the collective. It's still the same. Which is first, to raise your own consciousness, to know yourself. Because once you've started to really commit yourself to know yourself, morality comes afterward. True morality. Not something that is bonded with man-made laws that you would think about, that this is morality. But it's not really that, because there's still that man-made laws. The morality that we're talking about here is something that is adhering the moral cosmic law of the universe. To preserve our species, to preserve humanity without hurting each other. That we are always vibrating with unconditional love, compassion. We're not, creating a lot of hurt, pain, heartbreaks. But look around. It's the opposite of all of those. It's opposite of what's really morality is, which is our birthright. And aside from that, is to have a place, is to have a world wherein we can exercise our free will, wherein we can exercise to know our sovereignty, to know our individuality. But again, look around. When we are still bonded with systems that we must follow the herd, we must follow certain that sometimes we are not even asked if this is really our path. But this is still a lot of layers on this, guys, because we cannot just generalize on things. Because I know that maybe all of these things that I'm saying so far is it will have a lot of connotations. I understand that because we are just we are in a society wherein that one cultural belief or one they will think that theirs is the only truth, and then the other one would also say the same. But actually, if you really look in a bigger perspective, there's truth. Their beliefs, there's truth on them. Yes, it's true, but it's not the whole truth. But then again, we can just say that we are just all connected. And we are connected, knowing that we are connected, then it would also be helpful for each of us to help one another in saving this world. And why we are saving humanity right now. Who are we? Sino ba? Sino ba yung dapat na parang ano natin na isa-save natin yung humanity? The question is who? But we cannot deal with this unless we cannot deal with these people if ever this is really humans. If there are so humans, but of course they need a vessel, they need someone to do the dirty work, but they're just really something more that's trying to overrule this world. And I did a masterclass, which is the 3D paradigm, to better explain these things. Like anong lies anong um, paradigm that we are in. Parang okay lang naman yung world. There's nothing really wrong. Parang normal lang naman yung wars. So, to see that kind of thought, which is I am so, like, I'm guilty of it. Like, parang for me, like, normal lang siguro yung war. Normal lang yung nag-aaway na dalawang country. Normal lang na dapat talaga may sundalo. Dapat talaga may police. But somehow, is there necessary? Is it really necessary? And who are these people who are trying to create these wars? What for? So this is not just a matter of, people, certain people who maybe just love this kind of these things. Maybe there's something more out there that's really feeding this kind of programming to all of us. So this is where light workers come in. But then again, we cannot just become light workers if we don't really do the work within ourselves. If we really don't commit on working on ourselves, knowing ourselves. Because to be honest, how can we become light workers? Or to be light beings, to become light beings, if we don't raise our consciousness, if we don't elevate our consciousness? How can we transmute this meat suit, this physical body, into a light body, into an energetic body that is really illuminating with that God force energy within us? God force, Kundalini, Prana. What else? Life, energy field, spirit. All of these terms from different traditions, from different cultures, is just one. It's just coming into that one essence. So in order for us to really, in the inner alchemy sense, to transmute lead into gold, we need to do something. We need to do some practice. So that's why Halina Movement is just one of the, you could say, a spiritual training school out there, a spiritual training movement out there to help you out, or so to give you support in this journey, in doing the great work. So we need to have this energetic, we need to practice. Our soul needed some exercise. And that's the essence of doing inner work. We are actually putting some exercise in our soul in order for this physical body to have a healthy, energetic body. And of course, guys, this maybe this term might be like a little bit overwhelming, or but all of these things will really make sense as we go along inside Halina. So if you haven't joined our public community, we will have more of these discussions inside. Okay, and but of course, it will also be much better as we open Halina Movement very soon. All of these things will get much more bigger perspective. You will gain much better perspective on these things, bigger perspectives, because my intention whenever I do the teachings, I really try to put some, not just one perspective, but really look into the other alternative ones. And I could not just say alternative, because it's not really an alternate, but it's more of, there's this one point that we haven't really explored. So we are now discussing these things, because it's not so hindi siya masyadong discuss, or maybe it's quite not accepted to be discussing these things in this particular perspective. So that's why we create this teachings on Halina, to give light on these things. Kasi maybe this information, may inner knowing na kayo. Pero you might not have a someone, or parang wala pa kayong confirmation, naisip ko na to dati. Pero it really makes sense pala. You might also get that kind of, reaction, or like, yes, enlightenment when you get inside, when you really go over with our teachings there. So actually we are in the middle of really transitioning to another platform. So if I haven't said this earlier, I've been doing a lot of recording. So baka nag-ano na yung ko ba? Nagko-cross over na yung ideas ko. I don't know if I already said this in another video. But if I haven't said this, we are transitioning to a new platform. So from our private community in Facebook, we are closing that, because we will now transfer into a new platform. But then again, as we go along, we will still improve, yung natin platform, para mas mas better din yung experience nyo when watching the teachings, and as well the support itself, like the collective mentoring, the collective coaching. So we also have that kind of particular support if that is something that you may want or you may need in your current stage of your own journey. Okay, so doing the great work is not just about for us to ascend. It's not just about for us to, I am evolving, but this is also in the collective sense na meron talagang magical war going on. There is a spiritual war going on right now. And maybe you might have heard about this, but we need to keep on saying this, because I don't know, people might have forgotten or might disregard it. Like maybe they have accepted that, yeah, maybe there's a really a spiritual war going on, but is there something na ginagawa natin? And this is why evil still prevail, because the good people do nothing. And also something that hopefully, as part of our contribution, Halina Movement is doing something in that sense. We don't want just be the good people. We just don't want na, okay, we are doing good naman with our own growth, development, but are we doing something for the collective? Are we doing something for humanity? Because you know what, guys? Kahit pa siguro na when we say, I don't know, maybe for me and also the people that I've been with who are also in this kind of path, that they're really doing their own work, like really understanding themselves. It's really okay naman talaga na, okay, we do this on our own. Because it's our birthright. It's our sovereignty to work on ourselves. It's not a selfish thing. Again, that's just part of the programming again, that we are just thinking about ourselves. Because we cannot interfere in anybody else's growth. That's part of the natural law. We cannot interfere. We can just become, share our light. We can inspire, but we can never ever try to, like, hey, do this. It's not our job. And we can just keep these things on our own. It's okay. Because it's your birthright. Because only through esoteric training that you will be able to get into the knowledge of the higher worlds. Which is just ascension. It's just equals to ascension process. Because when you, again, what I've been saying, when you do coagulate, in alchemy, coagulate your physical body to become more, the light, energetic body. You feel like parang kayong nag-apple, like the sun, right? The sun is so filled with energy. And as you are becoming that being, you are actually exercising your soul. Diba? Just imagine, guys. Okay, all of us has a soul. Okay? But it's a seed. The size of our soul is like the same of a seed. But when you actually nurture, you take good care of your soul, you nourish it, you water it, diba? It will sprout, it will grow. That's just the same metaphor of coagulating your physical body into that much more energetic, coming that light. But if you don't do anything, your soul somehow will still be that seed. It will not grow. It will not be able to get into the sky. Just for example, the seed now is growing, it's becoming a tree, and the tree now is trying to reach the sky. Because it's now accessing more to that higher realms, to that higher worlds, the higher world's knowledge, dimension, ascension. And we can only do that if we help ourselves. Because a tree cannot interfere in other trees' growth. Can only be, inspired. I am growing. Look at me, I'm growing. Hope you are too, are growing as well. So the other trees will be inspired by that tree that's also somehow much taller. So you could say yung alam niyo parang hindi naman talaga nagpapalagsahan sila, pero parang they're trying their best to yes, let's go, let's rise together. Because in a forest, you couldn't really see a tree that parang medyo maliit. Almost all of them is really that somehow parang the same height sila. Like they are growing together. And this is also as part of now of our contribution to the collective. Let's grow together, let's rise together. Because it's just like a automatic. Parang automatic siya sa atin. Now when we help ourselves, we will also have that an inner responsibility, an inner calling, an inner feeling to also help others, because we also want them to feel what we have experienced in our own way. Na it's actually liberating when we work on ourselves. We also want that for other people. Happy people or enlightened people enlighten people. Hurt people hurt people. Like attracts like. So what we are feeding on ourselves, then that's also somehow what's going to reflect on how we treat others. So now, with this magical war, as soon as the 3D masterclass will be uploaded here in the Halina Collective, okay, you will get the grasp of what is this paradigm. And it will also give you like kung saan ba tayo magsisimula. Saan ako una titingin? Ano ba dapat kong tingnan? Because again, we are covered with this veil. And what is that veil? That veil is illusion. That veil is lies, deception. We have been lied for centuries. That's why we are in this kind of that we are hurting each other. Like it's so normal for us to feel pain. Is it normal for us to feel pain? Like we felt like parang birthright natin na to suffer, which is just really not it. Jesus Christ didn't come here on earth just to, you know, actually Jesus Christ came here to declare a war. Yes, it might come here for our salvation, but it's just actually one part of it. Jesus Christ came here to declare a war to those people who try to take over humanity, who are really hurting humanity. And I know that we are in the Philippines. We are a Christian or Catholic dominated country. But whatever religious belief you are in or culture you're in, we might not even think that Jesus Christ is a magician. Jesus Christ can really be considered as the greatest magician who have ever walked on this earth. Why? Because there might be the things that he might have done. It can also be, there's also like records na nagawa din siya ng iba. Okay? Again, we need to be to keep our minds open to this, because in Halina Movement we are going to be encountering a lot of those things. Like a lot of things might challenge your beliefs there, but it's part of us really evolving, because again, why we are doing the teachings for most of them, but there's also teachings na like really solely for like the our personal development, but there's also a series there na parang it's also going to help you out, to get snap out of what's really happening. Is this really the truth? Is this really something that we must follow or we must believe in? Because just like what I've said, like, have we really considered Jesus Christ as a magician? Because somehow we just considered, okay, to generalize that Jesus Christ is like a mystic, providing knowledge, providing that inner knowing from the God force. So there were things that what Jesus Christ might have done have also been done by others. But there's just, I don't know if there's one specific thing, but yeah, I could really consider this one specific thing that only Jesus Christ could do. And this is, there's a research on this. And this is done actually, but those people have also tried to seek the truth, because no one's want to actually, like, the world itself do not want to get this information out there. And even the information gotten out there, okay, they are actually confident that people will not believe it, because they would feed another thing in order to cover up that truth. So what Jesus Christ can really, like, something that he can only do or he can do it very, very good. It can be done by others, but his magic on this one is so powerful. Exorcism, exorcise demons, demons that's been plaguing us for so long. Like, again, how others, why others might have thought about of doing some inhumane things to other people. Why are you able to think of that? Is it just for fun? Or is there entities that's actually controlling them to think like that, or to do those inhumane, horrible things? So this is something that actually Jesus Christ during his time have tried to do, to get this demons, entities, negative entities that doesn't really like humanity. They just really want to overrule this world, create chaos, because they don't like us. They don't like our species. They want us gone. Or, okay, if we cannot get rid of the human race, then let's control them. Let's put them into a trance. Let's put them in a big lie, in a big box of lies. And Jesus Christ have actually did his best to get rid of this. But then again, somehow it gotten lost in translation, and they took out the magical elements, the magic, the magical work of Jesus Christ from the text, even from the Bible. We just thought that, yeah, it's just a a representation of God, what God can do. But actually, we have that kind of ability. Jesus Christ also came here for us to really understand that, to know that we can also do what he can do, because it's our birthright. So now in this magical war, it's actually part of now of our responsibility to protect each other, because when we do this work, we're also, again, as I've said, that morality, our love for humanity will be like, it will be an automatic for us. Because you know what, before I got in my spiritual awakening, I'm such a misanthrope. Like, yeah, I'm okay with people, but I don't know if I can really like them. Like, I felt like there's something wrong with this world. Like, I don't know why people do some kind of, horrible stuff, or like why they are hurting each other. So I don't know, I don't understand. So somehow I don't want to be in that kind of field. So there's a point in my life that I don't really want I don't really want to be around with people. Then again, as I've gone through my spiritual awakening, like, no, I love humanity. I love my fellow men, my fellow species, okay? And I want them to live that abundant life. I want them to experience the bliss of being able to get into that, to practice their sovereignty, to learn who they really are, that they've been so lied for so long. So all of these things, guys, before I really end this, let's at the time of recording, we are in the Holy Week season. So at the time, this is the perfect time that we can really reflect on our own growth, to understand more of ourselves. Actually, kindly leave some time. I know that you might be out of town. Actually, use this season to have an alone time, to really know yourself. Because awareness is the first thing, talaga. Awareness is the first thing. And then, as we try to really further understand and commit ourselves to understand more of ourselves, to be more aware of who we really are, then we are actually doing the work. Okay? And know that you're not alone. Know that you are not alone in your own journey. There are also others. We're also, we have differences, but all of this just makes sense for us to love each other, to know how to love each other better. Okay? So, see you guys in Halina very, very soon. And feel free to really share your light here in the Halina Collective community, and keep doing the work. You're not alone, guys. We have great aid right now. They're really helping us. The angelical aid, the divine archangels. So kindly, pray to your angels, pray to the divine archangels. They are listening. They are much closer now, because we are now transitioning into a more interesting time. So they know what's really going on. They also have their own war that they are working on. So they're also trying their best to uplift humanity. Why? Because that's what they have learned. They really want to lift humanity from Malkuth, the Kabbalah tree of life, from Malkuth up to the higher dimensions, even to the solar realm, to the Kether. So they know, because they're in the higher realms. They want us to get uplifted. But in the lower realms, they don't want us to ascend, because they're in there. They don't want us to, because they're much lower on our dimensions. So that's why they don't want us to get uplifted, because they also want to uplift themselves. And yes, somehow they've gotten what they want. But times are changing. A lot of people are waking up. So keep on praying, guys, for humanity freedom. Okay? So see you guys, see you around here in our Halina Collective, and take care, everyone. Okay, bye for now.